viewers, it's John Lee here. I'm just putting up a stream and I've found that I'm probably catching the end of a Crazyhouse World Championship knockout match. This one is between FM gnejs, better known as Kazım Gulamali or VA Boris from Fix. He's taking on Unjournakamura. He already has a 5-0 lead. Um, we're just going to see where this goes, and if that's the end of the series, then we'll find other things to do. Um, so I myself just played a long series against Oppa Wezen with just 1 minute Crazyhouse, just chilling out. Um, didn't put up the stream for that one. Was just trying to have some time to focus. So here clearly FM Ganesha's with the edge. Now pushing on the back rank. I think this will be over soon. Can't really stop mate after that. Sancho Pedro 1, Jupiter 4100, welcome. Okay, they're playing on, so they've gone beyond 6-0, so I might just actually observe Ganesha's here. Okay, so he's playing knight f3, knight c3, e3, which does kind of seem passive, but I think Ganesha's sometimes has some aggressive ideas. If black is not cautious and plays knight c6, there can be bishop e5. There can be some cases where black overextends with d5, e5 and ends up with a weakness on d5, and yeah, there are some tricks, but I think largely um, he'll be playing this to avoid um, any kind of opening theory that the opponent may have. And look, FM Ganesh as a player, very strong. Has played the game probably longer than I have, but maybe not as actively. Um, Still one of the strongest Bughouse players in the world, and still one of the strongest Crazyhouse players in the world. I just don't think he plays it that much. So I'm very curious to see how he goes um, during the CWC. Um, very strong chance of making it to the candidates. Um, and then yeah, there would be some very interesting matches, putting Ganesh's up against some of the top players that are more well known today. Um, Feels a little bit like old school versus new school. So um, yeah, I'm keen to see how he goes because I'd like to see him really challenge the top players. Kyle Legion joining the channel, welcome. Uh, did you get some sleep after the 24-hour Crazyhouse event? I heard you more or less, went 24 hours, maybe except for toilet breaks. I don't know if you had toilet breaks. I don't know if you ate. Flourish, welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so it's nearly 1 a.m. here. I've got my daughter's birthday party tomorrow, so I don't want to stay up too late. But yeah, keen to put in a little bit of stream time. Um, got a few um, got a few fishing lines cast for some new content. One which you may have already heard about is 12 teen. We're trying to get uh, we're trying to get 12 teen and myself to play some Crazyhouse 960. We have a date. Um, It'll be 27th April, which is I believe is a Friday, Vancouver time. That'll be for 12 teen. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 11 a.m. for him. It'll probably be 4 a.m. for me, and it'll be 4 a.m. for me on a Saturday, 28th April. So we're probably going to get about 3 hours of Crazyhouse 960 together. We'll be playing for a little bit of prize money, which Oppa Wezen has raised. 120 prize pool. I'm thinking something like 80 for the winner and 40 for second place. So yeah, neither 12 Tina or I are that familiar with Crazyhouse 960 relative to Crazyhouse itself. So hopefully that's interesting. Yeah, gnejs is just crushing here. Bishop at f6 was also very strong, but he's probably also got a knight at h6 kind of way of getting in. Takes queen h5 check potentially first. Maybe not necessary. Here though, I mean, he's just so safe at home. Even if this doesn't mate, it's not going to be good for black. So he's seen it very clearly that queen h5 is going to mate no matter what. Very clean. So we've got Slim MG77. Hi, Jack. We've got a few regulars in the chat here. Thanks for joining, guys. So Flourish says 27th of April is my birthday. What a treat. Okay, happy birthday. The other piece is a potential stream with our good friend GM Yasser01. So I'm still waiting for confirmation from him. But if that one goes ahead, that one's coming fast and furious very soon. Potentially Monday in St. Louis time. Monday 1 p.m. That would be the 9th of April. And for myself, that'll be 10th April, 4 a.m. Yeah, we'll just throw down, probably play 3+5 Crazyhouse and see how far we go. So that one's not yet confirmed, but yeah, it's one of the fishing lines cast. So hopefully that one goes ahead. But yeah, for now, let's talk a bit about this game. I'm actually going to go back here. I find the opening here interesting, where black gets to play e5, and the question is whether or not white can capture here. Yeah, I mean black will get activity and get to attack. The idea is this rook will come across. I don't know if there's some kind of bishop takes f3 as well, which makes it viable. Maybe that's the key. This is good though. This is a very active way for black to play against a d4 system, where some d4 players prefer to keep things closed. And what's happened here is white has declined this opening up with all the trades. So gnejs has just said, well, okay, I'm going to take the space, and black has space. I mean, black can't complain too much about this. So okay, white looking to gain something on d6. Here I suspect if knight takes d6, he'll sack the queen and then play bishop d2 potentially. No, he'll go this way. So he's going to bank on his defenses holding up. And he does have enough. Knight on d7, knight on e7. So looking to disrupt white here. Okay. Yeah, Flourish is saying, surprised they haven't implemented 960 Crazyhouse on Lichess. Says, is it that much extra work? Oh, well, sometimes it's not about how much work it is, it's about what other priorities are present. Okay, so gnejs is choosing the sharp line, basically saying, trying to call the bluff on queen at f8, saying it doesn't actually mate because of king d7. And I think he's right to do that, because this now, though, is a very real mate threat. So yeah, Gnejs is very strong, very sharp player, and positionally wise as well. He has a good sense for the game anyway. So that's another game done. Okay. Jake asking if there's going to be bullet in the 960. No, we'll probably the 960 with 1210 will probably be something like a 3+5. Um, yeah, one, the site doesn't allow you to pre-move everything, but also yeah, um, it needs a little more time for thinking, and so we're going to respect the quality of the matches, not just going into flag races. But maybe one day, if it comes to Lee chess, and if we're more familiar with it, then we'll do some bullet, and that'll be pretty crazy, fiery stuff. Um, okay, so white up a piece for a pawn here, just being very solid. Gnejs is just simply playing a good positional game here and not allowing black really to gain much initiative. So it's, there aren't really any hit points to get tempo on the queen. Black doesn't have a knight in hand to put on f5. So I mean, white's not breaking through yet either here, but it's just a material advantage, a piece for a pawn. Okay, so he's deciding to penetrate a little slower. He's basically saying, I'm going to hold on to the material and play strategically. Just improve the pieces. And Kyle Legion's asking now, John, have you considered trying ZH tactics on chess variance training? I bet you'd crunch through them like a machine. Hercules, hi Kyle, it's possible, but John himself said that Stockfish is better and those puzzles are all about the best mate. Yeah, that's alright. I think, yeah, maybe we'll have a session where, uh, we can have some tactics and go through them. Um, I think, yeah, it's not really so much about what's the fastest mate or, you know, how you perform or anything like that. I think it's more about going through yeah, some motifs and, you know, explaining that to the audience and probably some of my thought process. Okay, we've got a new follower, Barbush44. Thanks for following. Um, so I've recently signed up to become a Twitch affiliate. So people can now donate. There's been a lot of requests. So I'm also giving Streamlabs OBS a bit of a go, trying out this software. So it brings up the alerts automatically. Okay, this was a nice little maneuver by Gnejs, 96, and rather than capture this, which runs into knight at f5, you've got d takes e6, which then threatens e7 to win the queen. So black had to cover that, and then he gets to pick up the bishop, but then he picked this one up first, so now pawn at f7 and bishop at g7 are bigger threats. Black's picked off the queen, and black's surviving. Black's pick off the queen, just can tuck away here, but white's going to still have a safe king and going to hold on to a lot of minor pieces. Oh, I don't know about this move though, because now, or was it trouble anyway with knight at e8 check? I think giving the rook gives white a faster path to victory here. Gnejs is going to find that. Sarutahiko, 1111. Thank you for following as well. Yeah, we've got mate in a couple moves here. And so knight at f3, seal off the king. He's chosen the bishop instead. There's several ways to skin this cat. Yeah, sorry, I think I'm blind there. Uh, a viewer's pointing out king h8 wasn't working because white had an extra bishop in hand to drop for g7. So another nice win there. Oops. Let's try and get back to the game. Sorry, I think I saw a ghost, guys. I think I thought black had a knight on f5 or h5. So knight takes f7 was indeed necessary. Okay. Oh, we're watching from the other point of view this time. So balanced opening, both have played h3, h6, not getting into any theoretical exchanges. And now knight at g6. So, I mean, basically gnejs here is fighting for the 10-0. Can he do it? This is something to be respected. Um, if he was to defend the pawn here, then knight takes f8, takes knight at g6, and rook at h8 is a big mate threat. So I think black's right to defend this, but now, yeah, white has the opportunity to pick up a pawn. You know, black might counterattack here. Bishop takes h3 is a possibility at some stage, but um, yeah, this is a good test for Unjournakamura to see how he handles this. Um, yeah, there's a few sharp lines. Okay, so he is going for the pawn. So white's a pawn up here, and I think white can hold on to it. Objectively, white's better, but black can try to seek counterplay and basically use this knight somewhere here or here, this bishop hitting here, and the knight on the side coming in at some stage. Now, white's just really given an easy one away there, knight at e2. Now black has something in return. Could have been queen d1. Uh, but yeah, this has made life very easy for black. Uh, so back here, instead of queen g3, queen d1, basically avoided losing the queen. And then you're asking black to, you know, go sack crazy to try to find something. Maybe there is a dangerous queen g5 that follows. Um, but yeah, at least then you have to make black play. Um, Alright, Smash says, "Hey, Jenny Pants, that's nice. How you going?" Knight at g4, strong move. On the surface, looks like it just threatens queen at h2, but if pawn at h2 to stop it, then queen at g1 check, rook takes, knight f2 mate. So yeah, I'm not sure about bishop takes g2. I thought, yeah, if I don't know, if you recapture here though, then white gets to attack a bit. So okay, I mean, white's got a lot of pieces now, and maybe playing knight at g4 is kind of giving a little bit of material back. So that's the threat here. But you've got to keep black honest here. White can actually fight again. Um, I just don't think white had to give away so much after being a pawn up in the opening. So yeah, you could just cover the bishop. That's one option. Um, Here you could also potentially think about trying to be a bit crafty in how you defend this bishop. You might do something like knight at h5. I think gnejs figures that that's his best chance for initiative, and he's going to get enough back for it. So he's left knight at f2, bishop at f3 check. Because if you let white get one move in, like knight at g6, um, there can be problems. Even before this, maybe white had rook takes f7. So going very low on time now. Oh no, that's going to get mated. So well done from gnejs there. Too strong for unjournakamura. Um, yeah, that's 10-0. So he's taking him clean. I think back here, even here, maybe rook takes f7 is quite strong. Um, there could be other tricks as well. I'm just having a bit of a look. Yeah, I think rook takes f7 may have given some chances. So if queen takes, yeah, knight at e7 looks like it mates. And then if this takes, then at least white's got play and has got some checks. So just to show on the analysis board, let's just see if I've got a clear picture. Sorry, I'll just check to see if I'm blocking the screen. No, it's fine. Yeah, I was saying if rook takes f7, this can't just be played. You'll run into knight at e7 check, and then the key is now knight at f6 becomes playable because of this pin. And even if you change the move order, black's got to give up the queen. So it just helps white get into the game, get some active checks. If the king backs up here, there may still be some fighting to do, but like white's fighting. Not clear cut, might still be trouble, but yeah, maybe this is still mating somehow. Yeah, I think though, black has to fight. You don't have to play knight to g6. I'm not going to go too much more into depth here, but I just felt that yeah, white had a few more chances, and gnejs was just a little bit too strong there. Okay. Tusha Kamde, thanks for the follow. Asks, hello, Master Justin. Any tips for beginners like me, sir? Um, Play a lot. I think that's the main thing. Just play a lot. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna get some games going. So I don't know if gnejs wants to play any. I'll see if he wants to go. Maybe he's had enough just for now. He just wanted to get his match done potentially. But we'll offer him a match. Um, Otherwise, we'll see if Oppa Wezen wants to have a go. I've not got to play gnejs in a long time. No, he's declining the challenge. But that's fine. Or, well, we'll see. I don't know. Oppa Wezen, I thought was watching the stream, but I don't know if he's having dinner still. We'll see. You want Crazyhouse 960? Okay, we can do some Crazyhouse 960 if you want. Gone Man asks, how can he decline? Oh, yeah, he always declines. Um, I played him once, like a long time ago on gnejs, and that was before either of us knew who we were. And after that, yeah, he doesn't really play Crazyhouse. I think he's playing there just to get through the CWC round. Uh, okay, so I'm not clear, Vira. Do you want to play or not? You're saying I just eat while I stop our match. Hercules John, do you still play Hyper ever? Do you mean like 30 seconds? Um, I haven't played less than 1 minute for a while. No. Um, I could, but no. Only more recently, I've been trying to do a little more increment. It's good for the stream. It's good for commentating, and also the Crazyhouse World Championship is going to be a time control that has increment. Okay. Um, yeah, let's work out a match. I either take on Oppa Wezen or I'm gonna take on a different opponent. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind playing a little bit of regular Crazyhouse on gnejs actually, but uh, let me see who else will have a go. Um, we'll see if Bonobo is in for a match. All right, we've got Bonobo. So I believe this is undefeated monkey from Fix. I believe so. Um, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But one of Canada's strong players. Canada has a lot of strong players. You've got 12 Teen, of course. Helms Knight also coming from Canada. Little Plotkin. So Bonobo is strong and up there, but there's also other Canadians. Okay, I don't know where he's gone though. He accepted the match and then, oh right, okay, he's actually still finishing a different one. So let's see what he's up to. So I take it he was halfway through a match and wanted to accept this one. Tusha Kamde, I'll just decline you just for the moment. I'm going to take on a stronger opponent, only because I think it'll reflect more. Um, there'll be a bit more material to comment on. Okay, Bonobo takes this game with 0.29 seconds. Okay. Not sure if he's coming along. Where is he? There he is. Okay. Okay. Bonobo. So I'm going to try out something a little different, playing this perk setup. And white's already got h3 played, ready to bring that bishop back. Let's just develop. Okay, where do I want my pieces? I'd like to get e5 in. Yeah, so before that, maybe I'll play a6. Might want to put the queen on e8 rather than the rook. No clear reasoning, but I might not want to trade the queens off directly when my h6 square is exposed and his h3 square is not. Also, this rook is playing a good role here, so if I move the rook, then I'm taking my eye off here and leaving my queen here. Okay, bishop h2. So now his e5 doesn't get tempo. So before I break things open, let's play h6. The other point of queen e8 is it gives a bit of support to g6. If white ever decides to do this, there's already support there. So I'm out of book here. When I'm talking about these opening ideas, I'm just making them up as I go. So it's not the case that I've already seen this before, or I'm recommending something that I know. This is new stuff, and this is my thinking that's going behind it. So a few trades. Pawn at f5. Now knight at h4 is a possibility. And f5 is hanging a little bit. So let's put that on. White could play knight at e3. No, so I'm going to try to take this pawn. So you could take with the knight or the bishop. I'm choosing to take with the knight because I figure it's better to have a defender that can't be attacked rather than one that's defending out here which can be attacked. But what now? So this is a threat with knight at e7 coming. Knight takes e7 is also something. So could this be a reason why it's actually better to take with the bishop? Sorry, I just want to mute my mic for a sec. I need to let out a cough. Hold on a second. Okay. Alright, I'm burning a lot of time here though. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really finding a good defense to either of these, so I'm going to try throwing in a bit of attack. Okay, so he's grabbing the piece. Knight at e7 is good. Should I sack the queen? I think I will. So looking for compensation with some sort of attack here. I don't think it's sound, but that's all I'm seeing at the moment. Okay. Alright, so a little bit aggressive. So still with a safe king, but a long way behind on the material. Okay, GGO now following. Thank you for that. Thanks for joining the channel. So yeah, with only 11 seconds, it's hard to really see too far ahead down one line. I'm more thinking about how he can attack me rather than how I can attack him. Let's just try to stay safe. That's on. So queen at h7 is one to look out for, but he's also got to look out for my potential attack. Okay, I can't allow queen at h7. I have to block this off. Put a pawn on. Let's get an attack on the back rank. Oh, I should have played e2. That was a misstep. Because now he can just take this one. Okay, he's trying to make something happen. So if queen takes d2, I have knight at c4, and rook at b2 is a mate threat. He sidesteps me. Okay, we'll get a pawn in hand. Alright, I pick up the queen. That's going to be dangerous if he takes that one. Okay, I should have mate here. So yeah, I ended up just rubbishing through an attack. I think white should have been better, but okay. Flourish. A subscribe. Thank you so much, Flourish. Much appreciated. We've also got Gone Man and Mr. Putin QT who have followed. Thanks so much. So Heiserjack got the first sub on my previous stream, and Uday444 got the first donation. with 100 bits. Alright. Now, Queen E8's a good move that um, allows black to get active, but also covers, F7 and G7. It's a good defensive move too. So here white has basically um, two pawns and a piece for a queen and a really big center. Now, yeah, we'll develop this knight. I need to keep G2 covered. Marcos Cabralmito has just followed. Thank you for the follow. Um, Now having these alerts, I feel bad that people have been following for so long, and I've not ever really acknowledged it. Um, so yeah, here Queen takes G2 is interesting actually. I think takes pawn at F3. That's an interesting sack. So here I feel like I can defend it. I was thinking Queen takes G2, Knight takes pawn at F3, maybe King D1, and then F takes Rook E1. Okay, so I'm getting my queen back, but I've basically now got an extra couple pawns. So Midnight Fox Data says John is only 2000 in Blitz. Yes, I'm not very good at Blitz. Uh, Maybe it was once better, but having played Crazyhouse exclusively for more than 10 years has had its effects on my Blitz game. Um, I could possibly put a bit more work into it, but some of my Blitz games are also just played on the weekend when I'm just sitting on a bench waiting for um, some shopping to conclude or something. So yeah, I've lost some games in horrible fashion in Blitz. Okay, he's got knight g2, but I'm looking for something effective. I'm thinking maybe knight at g5 looks right. h6 f5. All right, let's go for that. So this at least just blocks off g2, but it also is threatening some potential attack. If he plays h6, then it also makes a little bit more of a weakness on g6. So I could just play knight e6 here, or I could push f5. Um, I think if I push f5, he gets two pieces for the queen, and I'm losing a lot of initiative. So I'll play knight e6 actually. Oh, Legion Destroyer 23 is subscribed. Thank you so much, Legion Destroyer. Um, and we've also got Spals Barkley following too. Thank you. Phenomenal to have that support, guys. It's really appreciated. Um, okay, I'm gonna use a double purpose move here: attack and defense, f3 and g6. And if queen h5, maybe bishop g6. Now here, can I take this? That's a question. And it looks risky because of queen g4. And then king e3. Then what? Then he's got to cover f7 somehow. Or he could just play queen takes e6. I don't think it's worth compromising the king safety. We'll play knight takes f3. So knight takes e4. Queen e6 becoming playable. also tricks with knight takes c3. So time's ticking, but I do want to take some time for this move. Okay, or can I play a queen at f7? Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just get the queen off this line. Better if he doesn't get my c2 pawn. Now I'm burning a lot of time here because of this 2-second increment, so I am allowing my clock to get a little lower than usual. This is a good move. Okay. He's causing me problems, isn't he? So knight g6 would be nice to get into. Okay, so queen f7, the likely move. I think bishop at b3 is required. Oh dear. We're dropping material here. Because if pawn e2, I don't want to run into knight at c4 if my king goes to d2. Okay, so now he's going to force the issue a little bit with me. I've got problems, haven't I? Don't like this at all. Oh, he's giving me the queen though. I thought king e7 was surely the move. Okay, but even here I'm probably busted because of knight at f1. So that's gonna finish things, I think. Yeah, knight at g2 is not gonna end well. Oh, but he's giving me a second chance here. No, knight at g2 was a clear win because I take and then he takes the queen. Here he's giving me an escape square to run to. And if bishop at e2, I can also run up. So black's still better, but he's not sealing it off cleanly. Time's ticking again. So yeah, here I'll play king d2. Now bishop at c1 mates me. I shouldn't have done that. I should block here. I don't know what he's doing though. The, in particularly in this time control, you've got to finish the games accurately, or else your opponent can't come back. Yeah, that's disappointing for him. I mean, you can even see a strong player there can miss a lot of mates. Um, all right. I mean, I was actually thinking of resigning there, so that's how far back I thought I was. Okay, Bonobo played d4 before. Now he's played e4. Um, if you consider, how the traditional Russian approach to chess is, I believe, is that you learn the end game first, um, because technically once you have an end game, if you mess it up there, you can't come back. So you want to be able to finish a game when you have the advantage, and that's kind of like the technique part of chess. So similarly, the technique part of Crazyhouse is being able to find mate when you have it, um, and it's really critical that you practice that so that um, when you get those good situations, they're not thrown away. Okay, I've conceded a pawn here, but I have some weaknesses in return. So here I'm playing for an idea. Pawn f3 takes, pawn f2 check. I want to get pawn at g2. Problem is he can play king f1. So, yeah, and I had bishop b2 as well. I can't say I'm playing a perfect game. Okay, what's he doing here? Is he going to take this guy? No. Alright, wouldn't queen f6 be fun? Like, I know I get accused a lot of sacking my queen, but it just looks like so much fun. You know what? I'm not even going to really think about it. Knight at g5 check. You come back. Yeah, it may not be sound, guys, but for the sake of the stream, I have to do it, right? Because I've got this reputation where I just sack my queen all the time. So if takes, he can't take here because he'll probably get mated with pawn at f2. Oh well, no, there's actually rook at d1 is mate in 1, right? So I've got a lot of pressure here. And then if he takes this way, I still have pawn at f2. If here, bishop at e3, king e2, rook at e1, that's mating already. His king can't come to f3. So there's, yeah, I'm not serious, but I think my pieces are serious. So there's probably some sharp way that white can pull a win from here. But if he just blocks off this line, I get the queen. If he blocks off the queen, I play pawn f2, bishop at e3, or rook at e1. So just instinctively from the attack potential of this, that's why I've played queen f6, so I can get a rook in hand. And then I'm testing white to see if white can crack through my defense here. Um, yeah, this is good. Kyle Legend, what is the Australian approach to ZH? Flourish. ZR says sack your queen whenever possible. Legion Destroyer asking when the Janley vs 12 team match taking place. I assume if you're talking about Crazyhouse 960, we are going to make that happen on 27th April Vancouver time at 1 p.m. No, is it 1 p.m.? No, 11 a.m. I think. Whatever it is, it'll be Sydney 4 a.m. on Saturday 28th April. It'll be 27th April for most of you. So queen at e4, I mean, can't I just take... Like, I'm now certain that black should be winning here. He's gone damn slip. But I don't know what he meant by that, if that was a brain slip. I'll let him take it back. If maybe that McQueen was meant for d5. That would make more sense. What? And then he resigned. Okay. He's going to restart his machine. We'll wait for him. Okay. Midnight Fox, not Midnight Fox Data, Midnight Fox Dota says, did you ever play Bughouse on chess.com? Yeah, I did play some. So, there was a time when, probably not long after the first chess.com tournament, I was trying to make some material, get some stuff going there. I did partner Atrophied quite early, so there's a video that's been, yeah, one of my most watched videos, which was called Bughouse Concepts, and there we go through, a bit of friendly banter and getting through some of the key concepts in Bughouse. Like Paradox 100 says that's how strong your queen sack was. His computer just froze. Um, yeah, no, look. I have to put in a plug here. Helms Knight is now doing some great work on chess.com. She has put together some fantastic Bughouse streams there. Some of it's been with John Ludwig Hammer, which is nice to see. Magnus Carlsen second, playing a bit of Bughouse and joining in our community. Um, but there are some of the best Bughouse players in the world she's had there. She's had Jeremy Keller, that's Jay Killer, Kazem Goulamali, known as VA Boris, 12 Teen, Chicken Crossroad. These guys are all top tier, right up there Bughouse players. Um, what saddens me is that Helms Knight's YouTube channel only has about 260 subscribers. Um, so yeah, go and check out Helms Knight on YouTube. There's some great video on demand there. Like myself, when I started, it was only 100 or 200 views per video, but the content is fantastic. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm just bummed that I'm not playing as well because I've not been able to get on at the right time, or I'm just too busy with work or family. But I'll certainly try to join in when I can. Um, Helm's Knight Twitch channel has gone off. She's got more followers than I have. I'm pretty sure she's nearly at 1,000 or so. I haven't done as much on Twitch, but yeah, if you're interested in Bughouse and you're talking about chess.com, I mean, Helm's Knight is a channel to go to at the moment. I think she's trying to do a regular weekly stream called Bughouse Battles, which might be Thursday 8 p.m. for a time period I'm not sure. Time zone, it's probably an American time zone. Could be, I'm guessing, Pacific time. I'm not sure. But go and check out everything you can. Helms Knight, Bughouse, and chess.com. Um, and Viron is also saying weekly games with him in Crazyhouse. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, the thing with chess.com is you need to know some of the strong players already to generate the content. Um, is Bonobo coming back? He kind of popped in for a moment and then back out as well. Um, I'll have a look, see if he's still active. Penguin's here. Well, Penguin seldom plays me as well, but I would like to give Bonobo the chance to come back, but I also can't let the stream sit idle for too long. I'll need to get to sleep myself at some stage. Someone thinks Bonobo's punching his computer right now. Penguin just might not be there. Alright, Mathace wanted in before. Let's see if Mathace will come in. Oh, no worries. Okay, Penguin's watching my stream. Okay, I'll I'll remove that. How you going, Penguin? So Penguin's responded with, oh, hi Jan, sorry, getting ready for Hyper Shield. Alright, good luck with your Hyper Shield, man. Alright, Mathace, E4. Okay, you know what? Mathace knows E4, E5 really well, so I'm actually going to play into it. Let's let's see what kind of trouble I can get into. So I've been playing this H6 stuff recently. Alright, he plays ED. Okay, so Mathace is a real student of the game. Um, and from the pace of his moves, it feels like he knows something about this. So okay, knight f5. I'm going to cover this. So I think knight f5 is better than knight at f5 because the queen is opening up f6. So now c3. So d4 on its way. So it's a question if you should really castle or not here. Okay, trying to cook up a plan. Alright, we'll castle, because if d4 is going to open up things, I've got to get off the file. Now, it could be e4, but if e4, he just plays knight d2. e3. You can even just ignore that knight e4. So what if ed, cd, pawn at g4? Just takes away knight d2, so we'd have to go knight e1. And then d4 is hanging. So let's try this. So I'm certainly out of book. I don't know if Mathace is out of book, but I am. So Legion Destroyer says, John, have you tried playing bishop e7 and e4, e5 lines? It's a lot of fun if the opponent knows what he's doing. Yes, I have played bishop e7. Do you mean bishop c5 and then to e7, or just bishop e7 straight away? Because, yeah, bishop e7 I can play as well, but bishop c5 to me is a bit of a statement for black, saying like, I know there's theoretical crap I could be walking into, but I just don't want to give up space. And it's basically saying, if you can put your bishop on c4, I can put my bishop on c5, and then seeing what happens from there. So that's probably my reasoning for playing bishop c5, not because of any theoretical basis. Alright, I've got to take the knight here, or else I'm not being true to myself. So I want this knight to stay there because it's doing a good job defending. So I'm going to put a new knight on. Okay, queen g4. So here I'm just going to grab this pawn. Bit more defense. He can take this. And then I got options. I can either push the king to h8 or recapture. Okay. But here I can take this. So everything's covered. I got this covered. If he takes here, knight at f3 covers. Maybe that's the one he missed. So yeah, black should clearly be winning here. Yeah, bishop e7 directly. Yeah, but white has ways of playing against bishop e7. I'm here just going to take the pawn on principle that I should take things. Now rook f5. Just threatening more things. So if say if I went rook f8 and then pawn f7, king h8, then pawn at f6 is actually just a little bit annoying. I mean, here I could play king h8 because he wants bishop at e4, so we'll resist capturing every single pawn. I want to get pawn at h3 in myself. I want to get my attack going. Okay, bishop at f6. So if he takes it, I'm not in a lot of trouble. So yeah, let's get attacking. So I'm expecting rook g1, then I'll play pawn at f3, bishop takes, king takes. If pawn at g6, I'll take with a king. Doesn't matter which pawn he takes, I'll get pawn at g2. Okay. So we'll see if the line marked out in green here is what happens. Okay, he's defending. So we should just put another attacker on g2. Okay. Take it with the knight, but I'll go this way. Okay, now he's pawn at g6. I can still take with the knight, but now the rook is actually pinned. But I could have lost if I went king g8 and pawn at h7 was mating. Alright. Okay, it's knight c6. Okay, this is also interesting. So this is a gambit I play, but I expect mathace to come well equipped with some theory. Okay, so he's taking 2 pawns. Ooh, pawn at d3. Okay. What's this all about? Pawn at d3. So he's gonna get some kind of pawn at c2. How does that work? What if I take here? I'm trying to foresee the theory that he has prepared here. Takes. You know what? I don't see too much. So I'm I'm gonna play into it. I just got my knights covering the squares back here. So maybe there's something obscure, but I don't know what it is. Um, so the way I am, if I don't see it, I gotta trust my gut. So Kyle says, John not buying it. Yes. So Mathace has gone into the think tank for some reason here. Maybe this wasn't part of the plan. So I could take with a bishop that prevents anything like pawn at b2, but I think I can just take this. If pawn at b2, I just capture. If queen at b2, I can castle. I just feel like I've got development and I've been able to get one of my pawns back that I've sacrificed. Okay, so it is queen at b2. Well, I'll castle out of that one. Get out of dodge. Pawn at h3. Uh, I'm not convinced. I could even put pawn at d7 in between. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to make sure he can't play knight f6 or castle. I just want to get his king a little bit off balance. And if pawn at g4, I've got bishop at f5. I'm not too concerned about pawn f3. As black, I'd be more concerned about bishop takes c6 and knight at c5. That's just a clear mating attack. Okay, I will take it. But yeah, my advice to those who are just picking up Crazyhouse now, Crazyhouse is still very young. It's still in its infancy. Um, it's more about knowing how to play the game rather than having the opening studied or having all the theory just yet. Um, while that is beneficial, I think largely it's more important to be able to deal with unfamiliar situations. I'm just seeing if I have anything more direct. I'm looking at pawn at e6. Takes, knight at e5. Because I could just tuck the king away and play safe, but no, we'll be gutsy. I want to open up a hole here. Black's plan with knight f6 is basically after takes, knight at c5 check, play king e8, and then uh, black solid. So yeah, that was one of the moves I didn't want to see though. We'll see if I pay for it. Uh, Knight e5 is coming. This is the one that matters. So let's take this. Yeah, bishop at g4 really makes him safe. Okay, knight at e5. If I take here, bishop at g4 check, and then I think black's getting some nice initiative. You got to be careful. King g2, pawn at f3, king h1, pawn at g2, king g1, queen takes c3, and knight at h3 is a mate threat. And that bishop's nicely covering everything at the back. The knight's still covering e8. So I'm putting a knight on e5 just to make some threats here, but also potentially cover g4. Okay, Jaghound has followed. Thanks for the follow, Jaghound. Um, yeah, I'll cover this with pawn at g4 actually. I don't want this bishop left there defending it. I'd rather that I force him to take and then we capture. And then I challenge this knight because this knight's covering the d7 mate. Okay, so queen b7. I should just take this one then. I don't mind taking this, but that's getting mated. Yeah. Alright, we'll go e5 again. So the chat was asking for bishop e7, so we'll go there. Now let's see what mathace has prepared. Okay, he's going to take this. Alright, now knight d4 is not my favorite response, but I think it's the theoretical response. So I'm going to follow Bonobo, play queen e8. I think it's good to cover these squares. Ideally you want to hit with d6. So I'm more often playing this as white than as black. But then you should have some idea of knowing what black does. I find actually one player that plays this very well is Vempele. And Vempele plays some very specific theoretical lines, which I think he's probably analyzed with the machine to some depth. And he does very well. So d6, got to open up that bishop. Bishop at f7. Okay. Why can't I just take that? I, should I take this way first? What is the point here? Is it knight at g5 check, and then you get to play? So let's take a look at this. Let's work this out. Takes, knight at g5 check, takes, and then bishop at e6 is a threat. So queen at g4 check, queen at f3. Yes, I have some suspicions here. So do I need to take this and then capture this way? Seems like I'm giving up an awful amount of pawns. But maybe that's necessary. Or we've got takes, queen at h5, and if queen at f3, bishop g4. Knight takes, rook takes. That looks good enough for black. So then f3, you take here. Yeah, we'll go that way. We'll go that way. Or could go bishop at h5 even. Maybe bishop. Yeah, we'll hold the queen. We'll go bishop. So me, myself, I like to play Crazyhouse on the board, not so much outside the board. So I'm not really one to chase theory. I'm more looking for new positions and all of that jazz. Okay, so I've got a piece for 2 pawns. I've got a relatively safe king. What do I want to do from here? Well, I don't want to run out of time. That's what I don't want to do. Is it h6? We'll just play the knight. He gets knight at g5, but we can do things. Alright, just taking way too much time here. Maybe c6 is in order. I didn't need to give away a takes b3. That was more running out of time than anything else. Because now he's got that rook file, he might be able to do something with that. Okay, he's gonna give up a bit more material. Okay, here though I wanna get this e3 bishop. That's White's best defensive piece. We'll develop what we can. We'll take with the pawn. So knight at e5, king g8. I'm still working on this e3 bishop. What does that do? Just looks dangerous. He might sack the queen. Okay. Only got 5 seconds. I've got to keep moving. Okay, he's going this way. So here I just got to try to keep my king safe and keep picking up material. So kind of looking for something here maybe. Right, he's defending back on d2. Now, pawn at b7 looks like a move. Pawn at d7 looks like a move. Okay, so I've got a little more time up my sleeve now, but he's coming down with some big checks. Maybe bishop d6, he's looking for pawn f7. I gotta be careful on the back. Alright, what's this doing? Can't I come in? He's got no blockers. Surely this hurts. Wow, let's put a pawn on. Okay. So I got there. So one-legged parrot says knight takes knight takes g2 was so slow. Yes, maybe it was slow in terms of how many moves, but at least it was fast enough not to run out of time. Alright, Mathace is going to play bishop e7. So here's what I do. Now this is theory. This is some kind of theory that I know some of and not all of. So yeah, I'm keen to see what Mathace has here. Pawn at h3. Okay. We'll just go rook g1. Knight h4 is the move here, is it? Well, what do you have to? You take this first and then knight at h4. Is that the order? Um, I'm here just making sure I don't get hit with knight at f3. Yeah, if the volume seems lower, I apologize for that. The Streamlabs OBS software, I haven't yet located where you can boost volume. Normally I have a booster in regular OBS. So what I've tried to do is at least turn down the desktop sounds. So you can turn your volume right up, and then that hopefully works all right. Now, pawn at h6 or pawn at g5? I want to say let's be aggressive. Yeah, let's be aggressive. If knight at e6, knight at f5 maybe. No, that would run into bishop b7, b4, sorry. So maybe takes first, and then knight at f5. Then if queen b4 check here, knight d4. No, we can block with the queen then. We'll go. We'll go. Queen b4, queen c3. If takes, queen at h1, bishop at f1. Hold the rook. So I'm just maintaining some aggression here. White's only a pawn up. I didn't want to back off though. So while I am backing off with a queen here, it is still in some way aggressive because we're trying to make a queen trade. I got the knight on f5. It's hitting the dangerous squares. Alright, Uday444 is saying, I am Lasso, beat this guy to qualify for CWC. Right, yeah, I know Lasso has come along just recently. Um, I think, yeah, the rounds are starting to get interesting with CWC. It feels like, the first round was quite unevenly matched, but yeah, I'd like to cover more of the matches. I need to check the schedule a bit more and also find the time to do it. So yeah, I'm just threatening to take this, plain and simple. That makes a bunch of mate threats live. So here, yeah, can cover with a bishop or cover with queen at g1. Is there a difference? Well, he can hit with knight at f4, but I can take that. So he could just take, rook at g1, then the queen goes here, takes. Then I'd have a bishop on the board and a rook in hand instead. Queen at g1. No, I'll put the queen on. I just think that with the rook on g1, that just stops anything ever happening. Okay, queen at c5. What if I take here? Queen takes c3, bishop at d2. No, I don't think that's much. Okay, Legion Destroyer 23 has gifted a sub to Kyle Legion. Okay, thanks for doing that Legion. That's nice. Um, okay, now here, this is how we mate. So queen e7 doesn't mate because of queen at e7. So let's block the queen. So you can't. And if the queen took, then knight takes d6 would be check, and I'd get a new queen to put in hand. So I would have had mate anyway. So yeah, Legion Destroyer. Can you explain what that then means? So you've gifted a sub. So does that mean Kyle Legion is now a subscriber, but you've effectively paid for him? And because I'm still a noob at this, like then what benefit is that then for Kyle Legion? Is it a badge? Is that the difference? Right, there's a little star. Okay. And does that make his comments appear higher up or something? Um, or it just gives you this nice little status. Okay, I'm getting it now. And then it gives you a little gift box. Right. See? You learn something every day. Chess Coding, thank you for following. Right. Rock and Eagle, thanks. Makes him cooler and less bannable. Okay. Ooh, G4. Wow. Okay. So he didn't do this before, so maybe this is a theoretical move which he just was not comfortable playing before. G4. That's not your typical human move, that's for sure. So knight at f6, takes. You can pick up the knight. I'm going to play knight at f6 here. I can't concede this pawn. I don't want a castle, because if I castled, he could play bishop takes h6. Right, so he's happy to pick up the pawn, but I get some weaknesses around the king. So I could take with the bishop or the queen. Instinctively, I'm thinking I should take with a queen, because developing the bishop to f5 is not really putting it on a good square. It's more likely to get in harm's way. Something like after castles and knight at e7 check. And this queen is not really in a good spot anyway, because it's getting hit. Mind you, if I take this, I can't castle. I don't have to castle anyhow. Alright, well, against instinct, I will take with a bishop. It is developing a piece. I mean, castling this way becomes one possibility. So, against this check, I'll just sidestep. Can't really castle now. So yeah, this is interesting. So, white's up a piece for a pawn, but with some weaknesses here. And it's up to mathace to now prove that the material grab is justified. So Heise is also pointing out subs can use the channel's emotes if it has any too. So I'm sub to GM Hammer, so I can use his emotes. Right. Very good. So I haven't done that yet though. I haven't made an emote. Not really sure what it should be. Okay, knight at h5. Well, we'll get out of that with check. So either knight at g3 or knight goes back to g3. And then maybe I can think about making progress. So you got knight at h3 check, maybe. It makes sense. If the king goes here, I mean, grabbing material doesn't look so bad. But it puts, he can just get knight at h4 in. I think I prefer taking with the bishop. If knight at h4, I want to threaten to capture this, and then after takes, then knight at f2 check. This may be coming at some stage. So I got to watch out for queen at e7. So I may need to, yeah, may need to recapture something. Don't know if pawn at g2 is any good. Okay, well, I should keep capturing things. If takes, I can't just take here. Bishop at h4 check wins my queen. It's a bit sneaky. So then how to make progress? I'll stick a knight on h5. bishop at h4 played. But here I can play pawn at g5 now. So, oh, that's now opening up the file. I don't think that's good for white. The knight still covers g5. I have enough defenders. So he's looking at getting the queen active. But can I be nasty here? I take this one first and play knight f4 and try to win the queen and then threaten to take the bishop on g3. So I just got to make sure knight at c6 isn't dangerous. Oh, he has pawn at e7 though, but then I was going to go king c8. So here I think I'm alright just running the king this way. So I won't move it here just yet because I don't want to lose the queen with check. Okay, now I get the first check here, so that should be decisive. Okay, alright, I'm going to have to be sensible and call this one last game. Got my daughter's birthday party, her 5th birthday party tomorrow, so I want to be in good shape for that. Piece of sheet, welcome. Thanks for joining today. Okay, we're going down this same line again. Now, before he took 2 pawns and very quickly played pawn at d3, but the continuation wasn't clear, so it feels like he knows that there's some kind of theoretical trick or trap, but I don't know it or see it, so I'm just playing straight into it. Even after queen at p2, I don't have to castle straight away. I could play pawn at d5. Okay, so he's gonna try to get out of this pin. But what's the value of that? Can I just take it and play knight at e5, or should I just back off? I think I would just back off. Okay, yeah, Viro90 is saying a new Pikachu for the collection, maybe. Isaac Jack says I wish Bella 100 new Pikachus. Maybe mix it up and go for Charmeleon. Yeah, maybe. That's pretty funny. I had a stream a long time ago where I referred to myself as a Charmeleon when I think I should say Carmeleon. So rather than being the lizard that camouflages itself to its environment, I referred to myself as a Pokemon character. And the Master Ball is nice as far. I don't know. Why don't we let it simmer? Yeah, I want to put more of an effort into streaming and the whole community thing. So yeah, when the time comes, I'll make more of an effort on the important things like emotes. But for now, I'm just gonna keep doing a bit of Crazyhouse. Okay, so I haven't castled into the storm this time. My opponent mathace has kept his queen in hand. So before, when he put queen on b2, I castled quite willingly because pawn at h3 wasn't much of a threat. But this time I'm kind of hanging in the center. Sorry, my mic had been muted for the last minute. I nearly had to let out a cough before and I muted it and I forgot to unmute it. But yeah, what I was saying was that black could maybe just take the pawn on b7 and play rook d8. That looked quite sensible. This, on the other hand, um, is tough times for black. Okay, I prevented the cough at least. Sorry. Um, yeah. So Flourish says, I love that after all these years, John still got the Charmeleon Carmeleon distinction wrong. Yeah, I think I get it now though, right? Like, Carmeleon is the lizard and Charmeleon is the Pokemon, right? Um, Gaming 100. I'm actually about to log off. It's past 2:30 a.m. here, and I have to be functional tomorrow because I'll have a party with about 30 kids. Yeah, and I'll be master of ceremonies for all the kids' games. So um, yeah, looking forward to that. Um, I used to do chess coaching, so I used to have a lot of kids. They're a lot of fun. I've just not done it for a long time. Um, yeah, Flourish, I think I get it. I think I get it. It's alright. Um, but yeah, I am Bugzilla will be at my party as well, so he's got a few kids, so they'll come along. He might help me with soccer activity that's going to go on outside. Anyway, nothing to do with the Crazyhouse channel. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. Looks like we got about 50 viewers tonight, some more followers, and some new subscribers. So thank you so much for the support. Um, I'll call you out. We've got Heiserjack has done it in a previous stream, but also Flourish, Legion Destroyer, and Legion Destroyer also gifted one to Kyle Legion. So thank you very much. Thanks for the birthday wishes for Bella Flourish. Um, I'll let you all go now, wherever you are. Hope you have a good weekend. If Yasa does come back and agrees to playing Crazyhouse within the next few days, I will let you know um, whichever way I can. But for now, I still don't yet have confirmation from him, so um, stay tuned. Alright, take care. See you next time.